Yeah, we have to
Okay.
make it fast. So
So, hello guys. Have you ever imagined the world without images, like family fashion label or trip without gravity? Does it feel empty, blank, or devoid of emotion? The world around us is full of beautiful images of nature, and was also knows at the art. Um, what exactly art and why does it exist? Now I will tell you how art is important and how it can be found almost everywhere. Art give us a lot of emotion in light. It can be appear um, around us anytime we not it. For example, a song can bring up motivation to working and studying. A local brand may catch our eyes, or even a lovely sky with a fantasy cloud. All these are the work of art, so arts have a mental impact on the viewer, ranging from minor to major. We call something art when we recognize uh, as such or not. So, what exactly art and how is it important? Art is expression or application on human creativity or imagination. Art is only enjoyed by, I mean, art is not only enjoyed by people through the eyes um, with the images of sculpture, but also art can be a song, sound, sense, etc. Anything that in the world that we consider to be an art, then is actually art to art. It's also very important to our daily life. Arts have been wisely adopted by a vendor a long time in the past. So and it's not just beauty; it's also for social and importance awareness. Us have the ability to increase self-awareness and promote personal growth before it always like yeah it's always around us, and arts have um uh, impact to our life, especially our mental health. For example, listening to music with joy or thinking like talking about something in beautiful screening can make me relax. And both music and visual arts contain elements that stimulate the brain and mind. Before they're enjoying beauty in both music and visual art is probably beneficial to one health and happiness. Everyone have the right ability to participate in culture activity and appreciate the art and benefit from scientific development as is always around us, and is encouraged to share specific emotion to viewer depending on their point of view. And furthermore, as uh, technical advance arts is elevate to new height and is include roles, we can enjoy the benefits of art now easily, like using the social media site or newspaper. Thank you.
Good job.
Yeah, good job. So I noticed that her her second picture, I think it's about like their art have improved our mental health. I think
Yeah.
so.
I know, I think it's so interesting because I think
Yeah.
mental health is such a big topic that I think so many people can
Uh-huh.
relate to. So, and then art, like everyone has access to art. So
Yeah.
I like the topic a lot.
Yeah, me too. So it's my turn, right?
Sure.
All right. All right. So, hello guys. Have you ever considered about who set the rules for being masculine for us, or why the masculinity is so aggressive and not afraid of risk? That's for many reasons that I believe you have never considered about or never heard about. So today I will inform you about how the rules of masculinity impact our today's social. So if you are a male or you ever heard from your dad that men must be strong, not afraid of risk, not afraid of anything, must be aggressive. So the general rule that masculinity is a symbol of strength and being aggressive has been formed in every person in some way. So first, let's understand what those rules are, and then find out why they are formed in each of us. So what masculinity exactly is and its basic rule. Uh, so, so Aaron DeVore stated that masculine characteristics are used to identify persons as male or men, while feminine ones are used to signifier for femaleness. As you can see in real life or just around you, most masculinity is usually characterized by dominance and aggression, and femininity by passivity. So Michael Kimmel has given some basic rules in her article that number one, no CC stuff. Number two, be a big wheel. Number three, be a sturdy arc. And number four, give them help. So these rules are intended to demonstrate how toxic and aggressive masculinity is. They are formed in each of us when we were a children. So for example, for like when boys get boring, their parents usually give them like the violent toys such as guns, swords, eight, or any violence weapon for for them. And how about the girl? Girls are taught to cook and like take care of others, right? So I have an interesting fact for you guys. Is mostly the guys hear the voice from their like the men, other men in their lives, like fathers, brothers, grandfathers, coach, teachers, or friars. So to inform they their ideas of masculinity. So we can say that men have a homosocial experience, right? Because they perform for and being judged by other men. So these rules also impact many cultures in the world. Like for example, in Asian culture, some family believe that man is the most important person in the family. And in the United States cultures, men must be strong, not afraid of risk, and must be like have a aura of aggressive. So to summarize, um, the rules of masculinity are formed and taught by people who are really close to us. So these rules has a significant impact on global culture in both positive and negative way. So for the positive way, like the men must be strong, so they have strength. It could be a shield for his family, so they can protect the members of the family. And the negative way is like they could use their strength to dominate the female, or it could cause the war because of the violence. All right, thank you.
Good job.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm so nervous.
Practice. You guys both had yours totally memorized, which was really good too. I don't have mine memorized at all. So I'm going to be, I have
Yeah.
this. Okay. Okay. I guess I'll go. Okay. Let's do that. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I'm gonna fix this for the actual one. Maybe I'll just, okay. I think I'm just gonna sit down for right now because there's not enough room here. Okay. Or should I stand? I don't know. I'll stand. Okay. It's like not enough room. Okay. So, the fashion industry is currently responsible for more annual carbon emissions than all international flights and maritime shipping combined. The practices of the rapidly growing fast fashion industry have significantly harmful effects on the environment. The majority of clothing stores that we shop at are part of the fast fashion industry. I'm sure you've heard of Zara, H&M, Uniqlo, Shein, Gap, and Calvin Klein, and those are just a few. We are already experiencing the consequences of global warming and pollution, and fast fashion is a major issue concerning the welfare of the planet. We only have one planet, and so it's important that we understand how to sustain it and promote a healthy, thriving environment. Today, I will discuss the growth of the fast fashion industry, its negative contributions to the environment, and possible solutions to the fast fashion problem. The practices of the fast fashion industry have harmful effects on the environment. First off, the fast fashion industry is responsible for excessive water use and waste. 20% of the global wastewater comes from textile dyeing, which is dyeing clothes materials. And that's because a lot of production occurs in countries with little regulation, which results in toxic and untreated water entering oceans and rivers because the dyes used to dye the clothing are very toxic materials. And then it also takes about 3,000 liters of water to produce one cotton t-shirt. And then, wait, there's, here we go. Oh, wait, no. Oh, wait, okay. Okay, this is definitely not full screen. Okay. So this image compares it to how much water it takes to make one cotton shirt. It's the same amount of water that one person can drink for 2.5 years. And you can imagine there's probably billions of cotton shirts made each year. So that's a lot of water going to waste. And then second, fast retailers contribute. Fast fashion retailers contribute to mass waste production of non-renewable and toxic materials. Fashion accounts for 20 to 35% of microplastic flows into the ocean. And then I have to share it again. Right. So, why is it not working? Here, you can see that synthetic textiles, which is the microplastics from clothing, is 35% of microplastics in water. And then car tires are 28%. But it's a little crazy that just clothes make up the majority of the microplastics in our water. And then nearly 70 million barrels of oil are used each year to make world's polyester fiber. This is the most commonly used fiber in our clothing. The bad thing about polyester fiber is that it takes more than 200 years to decompose. So synthetic textiles and materials like that take a really long time to decompose compared to like more natural materials like cotton. And then here, so here you can see how it pollutes the air after each cycle. So building the fibers takes a lot of oil, which produces CO2, and then the manufacturing and production of clothing produces carbon dioxide, which goes into the water, and then also at home when you're washing your clothes, that pollutes the water, and then afterwards, all the clothing that goes to the waste, that takes a really long time to decompose. And so while the fashion industry is at fault for its non-environment friendly practices, we, the consumers, are also to blame. Although we may not realize it, our shopping and clothing habits contribute to the fast fashion problem. We are highly wasteful with our clothing. The average American throws away around 81 pounds of clothing yearly. Also, 3 out of 5 fast fashion items end up in a landfill. Also, the lifetime of clothes has rapidly decreased while the clothing sales have increased. So since the year 2000, clothing sales have doubled, while the number of times a clothing item was worn decreased by 36%. You can see here. So here it shows how the average amount of times an item's worn has decreased, while clothing sales have doubled over 15 years. And this just shows how wasteful we are being and how our society has really become reliant on fast fashion. And because trends are moving so rapidly, we'll only wear an item a couple of times. I think the average time a piece of clothing is worn is 7 times, and then it is discarded. Now that I have gone over the ways that fast fashion harms the environment, I think it is important to discuss various solutions to the problem. Both fast fashion retailers and us clothing shoppers can do our part to reduce harmful effects of fast fashion on the environment. Fashion retailers can create more sustainable and higher quality clothing. They can use natural fabrics like cotton and linen, which biodegrade much quicker than the man-made fabrics like polyester and nylon. And polyester and nylon make up about 75% of clothing materials. So if that can even get reduced a little bit, it will make a big difference. And then retailers can also set up a system where they reuse and recycle old clothing instead of it getting dumped into landfills. And then as consumers, we can do our best to fix damaged clothes and donate clothes instead of throwing them away. And we can also shop at more sustainable and small business clothing stores like Patagonia and Tentree. The fast fashion industry produces significant amounts of waste, toxins, and non-renewable resources that are released into the environment. And as the industry continues to grow, so does the waste and pollution it creates. We are only adding to the problem by throwing away large quantities of clothes that are not environment friendly, but we can do our part to be more conscious of the environment when we shop and get rid of clothes. If these practices continue, the fashion industry's greenhouse emissions will surge more than 50% by 2030. It is up to us to be informed on how our actions are affecting the environment so that we create a healthy and sustainable future on our planet. Thank you. Okay. I feel like that was so long. Good.
Good job. Great
Yeah.
topic. I
I
have
think it's over like 7 minutes, but I think it's good because the topic I think is really difficult for me, but yeah, it's a good topic.
yeah, I learned more about it. I didn't know that the fast fashion that affect the environment that much.
Yeah, it's so bad. I didn't either. Cause I will shop. I like shop from all those stores too.
Yeah,
I'm
same.
like, oh, oops. I don't know.
So I'm gonna stop recording.
Okay.